Audible offers an incredible selection of audiobooks across every genre.
As an Audible member, you can choose one title a month to keep from their entire catalog. The time is now, more than ever, to embrace the breathtaking, sinister, and shocking tales that have enthralled you, especially with brand new exclusive thrillers from best-selling authors who are guaranteed to keep you gripped.
Right now, one thing that I'm very interested in taking a listen to is The Daughters of Block Island, which is currently #1 on the mystery, thriller, and suspense list. So that is definitely going into my queue. New members can try Audible free for 30 days.
Visit audible.com/crappens or text crappens to 500-500. That's audible.com/crappens or text crappens to 500-500. This episode is supported by FX's Clipped, the scandalous story of the 2014 Clippers owner's racist remarks captured on tape and heard around the world.
The series charts the tape's impact on a dysfunctional basketball organization striving to win against their reputation as the most cursed team in the league.
Starring Lawrence Fishburne, Jackie Weaver, Cleopatra Coleman, and Ed O'Neill. FX's Clipped, streaming June 4th, only on Hulu.
Okay, everyone knows that Ronnie and I are big fans of coffee, and I particularly am very, very attached to my iced coffee.
So we're very excited to tell you about an incredible new product, Quest Iced Coffee.
You may know the Quest brand for redefining nutritional snacking, bringing you some of your favorite foods with added health benefits.
Iced coffee is Quest's newest product with mocha latte and vanilla latte flavors.
And Quest Iced Coffee has 10 grams of protein and only 1 gram of sugar. I'm literally drinking one right now as we record this ad, and I've been drinking them all weekend long. They are delicious. They give me the boost that I'm looking for in flavors that make me so deeply happy.
And it's a total game changer in the morning routine because I don't have to sit around making it. You know, it's just right there and it's protein right into my veins.
Find Quest Iced Coffees on Amazon.com/Quest Nutrition.
Well, hello and welcome to What Crappens, a podcast for all that crap we love to talk about on Ye Old Bros. I'm Ronnie, that's Ben.
Hi everyone, how's it going?
We're in the same space.
Yeah.
Because that's how we're just rolling. It's our European style.
Yeah. I am wearing this sweatshirt for like the 5th day in a row. I'm just wearing the same outfit day after day after day here in Europe because, of course, I packed like it would be 85 degrees and I was like, let me just bring a sweatshirt just in case. And that's my look, sweatshirt. Every single day, great sweatshirt. So.
Yeah, I'm changing my look every day, but it's still just Old Navy shirts. So I might as well be in the same thing every day. I don't know why I brought so many damn shirts. Also, laundry costs $5 million to do.
Yes. So. And we're going on a week now being in Europe. I've been run ragged. I'm not going to lie.
I'm tired.
I'm dead.
I don't know that we needed 3 weeks here. I'm done. This was fun. Love your all's choosing to drive on the other side of the street.
A lot of walking.
I'm just kidding. I know we started.
We're having the best time. The best time, but it is like
I'm tired.
It's a lot. It's a lot going on here, guys.
Yeah. But here we are. We're not too tired to do this, that's for sure. This is the relief coming to do the podcast. The rest of it's like, okay, now it's time to walk a bit. All right, we're gonna walk for a stretch, shall we? Let's just stretch our legs a little bit. Come on, get out there, move those legs, breathe in the fresh air. Am I supposed to breathe in the fresh air? It's wet. It's wet air. I'm going to drown if I keep breathing the goddamn air. England.
It's His Majesty's wet air. So,
no, we love it here. Yesterday we went to a gourmet mall. Well, it was like a mall of gourmet things.
What's it called? Why am I blanking?
Stunson and Hollards.
No.
Hudson and Collards.
For Mason. They went there on Top Chef.
Mason.
No, I've got to look up.
Putnam's.
Macy's. It was Macy's.
Putnam's.
No, Putnam. It's not
Fortnum.
Fortnum and Mason.
Fortnum and Mason, darling. Fortnum and Mason.
Fortnum and Mason. We went there for afternoon tea. We had the best time. We were one of several Americans that were there, being like, "Ooh, British culture."
Yeah, but it was like a tourist trap, and they had this big faker as the waiter, and he's like, "Hello, welcome to high tea. What may I offer you?" Liar. You know, his ass went back to the kitchen like, these fucking fatties out there asking for more coffee. We don't serve coffee. We serve goddamn tea up in here.
Hey, Nathan, you got another teapot ready for me for Americans? Okay, Nate, thanks so much, Nathan. Hello, your teapot has arrived.
Would you like to order your own things? That's how we do it here in England.
Yeah, and he was an aggressive cake pusher because at the end he was like, does anyone here have any room for some white chocolate and raspberry cake? It's part of the experience. And we're like, no, we're fully like, but it's part of the experience.
Yeah.
We're like, no. It's like, well, I'll come back and see if you still want it because it's
I'll
part
come
of the
back
experience.
when you want. Yeah, and then he would keep coming back every 10 minutes and go, no, it's time for the cake.
Would you like the cake?
And I was like, what's with this cake pusher? Is there a whiteboard in the back? That this guy has to, like, whoever does it gets a pen? Like, what is it? And then finally he sold it because he knows we're Americans who just spent $100 on
Each
finger sandwiches.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're pissed. And so he well, not pissed, but you know what I mean. And then he comes back and he's like, are you sure about the cake? It is complimentary.
We'll have it. We'll take it right now. We'll take it right now.
We'll have 5.
I brought you lemon tarts too. Yeah, we were like, we know it was gonna be like a $50 piece of cake, but as soon as he said it was complimentary, we're like, we'll take it.
We'll take it. And listen, you know, we're joking about being tired and stuff, but we're actually in a country that serves you cake. There's like a special meal for cake.
Yeah.
And then for dessert, they serve you more cake. So you know what? I'm moving here. I may be tired, but I think I'm tired because I have to go back home. If my home was at the cake place, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
You know?
And what was cool about the Fortnum and Mason tea service or tea lounge or whatever, tea room, was that it basically looked identical to the Something About Her interiors. And Something About Her opened up this week. So I was like feeling a little bit of FOMO, like, oh my God, like we could have gone to Something About Her. The opening would have been so funny for the podcast. But we basically were there. Except
we were there
on like a much larger and like 100 years old version of it, you know?
More tables
And more British accents.
More British accents. Less.
Yeah. Do you want a caprese? So it's been fun.
That instead of high tea, that would be hey tea. Hey tea with Katie.
KT.
Yeah. KT.
So
would you like the Darjeeling?
So we're really excited because tonight we have our London show. At long last, the London show is tonight. So anyone who for some reason has missed this entirely, it is sold out. So thank you to everyone who bought tickets. And we are recapping the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Amsterdam episode, as in Amster-Dam. We all know the episode, Lisa Rinna throwing the glass, etc. Tomorrow night, we're actually in Dublin and we're doing Shamrocks and Ashamed, which is the famous Ireland episode of Real Housewives of Orange County. That is with Shannon and Tamra in the bus, Tamra hyperventilating into the camera. It's going to be great. And then next week, we are back in England, in Birmingham, and we're going to be doing A Case of the Vickies, which is the Iceland episode where Vicky has to be carted off and puts a towel on her head in case anyone were to see her.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of fun over the next few days here on the podcast.
Let's move on to Summer House. So this is the penultimate episode of Summer House, and next week we get to watch Carl finally wuss out and make his declaration of leaving Lindsay.
Is that a supersized episode next week?
I don't know. Did
you look it up?
I didn't.
Why didn't you look it up?
Well, I'm busy.
But,
busy digesting
it's our show.
cakes.
Shouldn't you be looking it up if it's our show?
Could you treat me with a little bit of tenderness?
I'm just trying to ask questions.
Could you treat me with a little bit of tenderness outside?
Like, this is our show, and this is like our future, and if I can't even ask questions, then like, what's even the point?
But I really need you to treat me with a little love and tenderness is what I need. Less questions. All your questions make me feel like you're questioning me hardly.
Oh my God.
It's almost like you don't trust me. I've been traumatized by questions, traumatized by them. Let's just
British
do the
Carl.
whole thing like we're on the BBC.
British Carl.
You look great, by the way.
You look great, by the way.
You look great,
Would you
by
like
the
more
way.
cake? I just want some more like salt and tender cake, please.
Please just give me some softness and tenderness, bit.
Yeah, so Carl.
All I'm doing is asking you questions. You're the man who's going to impregnate me with the baby.
I just what about a little bit of that's amazing, babe, and I can't believe you got this opportunity, babe.
I can't go through a geriatric pregnancy with someone who's not willing to be there with the job.
Babe, put your kilograms on me.
Put your kilograms on me. How many liters is that baby gonna be? Also, can we stop calling things geriatric? I don't like the term geriatric pregnancy. They didn't even say it in this, but it's still just so on my mind because, you know, like we all start freaking out at a certain age because they're like, your geriatric pregnancy, is it? Your little baby's got a cane. It's already shitting itself in your womb. Like, can we stop? Can we come up with a nicer name? How about later in life pregnancy?
Well, we are in Britain, which always has nice ways of saying simple things. So I feel like we could come up with something that sounds British. Instead of geriatric pregnancy, maybe something like a bit past her time pregnancy.
Late afternoon cookie.
She's just a bit late to the party pregnancy.
I like everything just based on cookies and crisps. Okay. So, guys, it's also huge news because
This is style biscuit.
it's basically like the finale of The Apprentice where someone wins a business. And it's Danielle, the CEO, the winning CEO. What does she call herself? The something in CEO?
She's a founder and CEO. You would know that if you were a founder and CEO, Ronnie.
From founder and CEO
As a founder,
to founder
and
and
CEO.
CEO.
She's an AFAC. As a founder and CEO. That's her acronym. Yeah, Danielle, we've been talking all summer. We were like all summer, like all season, about like whatever happened to Danielle's app. And so finally the show's like, oh yeah, remember she has an app? Guess what? It's launching now out of nowhere.
Yeah, she has an app. It's called Dawn.
Dawn.
But not like LaDawn, who makes Lauren squirt on Vanderpump Rules. I don't know if anybody's forgotten that. I hope not, because I'm going to remind you of it every couple of weeks. I squirted.
Squirt.
LaDawn gave me the juicy squirts. No, this is Dawn, DONNE, because to don means to put on. Like
right.
you donned a sweater. You wore a sweater.
Yeah. Also,
You got splooged all over and left a bed soaking wet in Reno.
No. I was gonna say also like in French the word donner means to give. So I thought it was a play on that. It's like you're putting something on, but you're also giving something. But I don't think that Danielle got that far, apparently, in her wordplay. So instead, it's just like it's like a French spelling of the word dawn, the English word dawn. So
well, in American English, Don is also a comedian, Don Rickles, who Erica Jane's husband looks like.
Hey, Erica, go to your room.
So it could have been that, just a whole app on Don Rickles jokes.
I was like, finally, there's an app for looking like Don Johnson. You know, it took 40 years, but now I know where to get my white blazer.
What blazer goes with these capris?
Look it up on Dawn.
So yeah, it's Dawn, and she's super excited. Okay, and everybody starts arriving, and Lauren, I guess, is the girl who put together the party, and she's like, the main hangout's here. Then we've got digital going on the walls. DJ's bumping fat beats over here. She's like, oh my god, is that Club Send It?
Yeah, this was like a Club Send It pop-up experience in the middle of Midtown. This is a very exciting scene. We had lots of Summer House cameos. It was like Lindsay's bridal shower. There were a lot of Summer House cameos. I just want to say in this scene, we got to see Alex from like a few seasons ago, and we got to see Chris, who actually has lines. So of course we see Chris. We saw that girl from Winter House in the background. What's her name? The bleach blonde one who came for Sam. Sam was also in the scene, right? We see Brian Benny, and there was like one other Summer House. Anyway, it was like a night of 1,000 stars.
There was so much mediocre going on. The walls turned actual beige.
Yeah.
Everything just turned beige in there. But yeah, let's see what happened at this party. Dawn.
Danielle tells us what
the
our
app
is.
is basically okay. So I guess you upload your clothes to the app, and then it picks what clothes are good for you. I don't know if Danielle has seen herself dress lately, but she went on Watch What Happens Live a couple weeks ago, and the outfit she wore was Ina Garten's outfit.
Yes.
From literally every episode of that show. And people made tons of memes about it. I don't need your dressing app, ma'am. Okay.
Well, and
thanks.
This episode, she was also really playing with bangs. I think we saw maybe last episode too, like a look where she has like some severe bangs going on, which like I support the hipster quality of that, but you know, I don't
support
know.
hipster bangs. I don't.
But I don't think it was really the right look for her.
I don't support.
What are you looking for?
A pen. Is there a pen over there?
There's no. Okay, let me look and see if there's a pen. I don't see a pen. Do you need a spoon?
No, I'm good. A spoon, yes.
There's a spoon.
I'm going to write things.
It's not working. Money's running with a spoon.
Yeah, so you put together different outfits. Okay, but this means you have to take a picture of everything. So imagine emptying your closet and taking a picture of every little thing, and then you trust an app to put it all together. I do not. This app is stupid. This idea is stupid, and it already exists. I suggest doing what you know. That's what they say. Do what you know. Mm-hmm. Danielle just needs an app called, like, Want a Party? Yeah. And it's just sad people who need somebody to do coke with, and, like, fuck them.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust Danielle's AI on this app. That's gonna is it gonna be like a crowdsource thing? Like you upload your thing, your clothes, and people say like, "Oh, you should wear this with this."
She's got stylists on retainer. What's she saying here? Like, I've got stylists on retainer. Ooh. So I guess there's stylists that look it over and put stuff together.
I don't know. I feel like this just feels like an app that should have come out like 8 years ago. It doesn't feel like we're past this with apps. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't want my closet in my app.
I just, having to upload all that stuff. But I mean, it could be really fun. I mean, Lord knows I need the help out, Although if you rock a simple gray sweatshirt and jeans every single day, you kind of don't need this app.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to us as well. Like my whole suitcase is Old Navy, so I don't really need an app. I've already got an app. It's called the Old Navy website. Yep. The Old Navy website is my app where I go on to look to see what hot people would look like in my outfits. Mm-hmm. It's really helpful.
Anyway, Jesse Salomon shows up at the party. He's all smiles, but then again, he's like literally all smiles all the time. And he's in a very good mood because he basically is cancer free. So he shows up and everything.
That's a good reason, but it's like not a letdown that he doesn't have cancer. Like, who would say that? I'm not. I really don't mean it that way. But they really built it up, and then they're like, "What is it?" Last week, his mom's like,
"Oh my God, Jesse might have it again. What are we going to do? The whole life was thrown upside down last time, Jesse."
And Jesse's like, "Mom, it's all right, Mom. It's all right. Let's hug here at the bridge. Let's hug at the bridge, Mom. We're gonna just wait for the call." And then the next week, he's like, "Don't have it. Can't believe I even thought I had it. I had calcium on my nut. It's like a water filter that I hadn't changed. It's basically a Brita that I hadn't changed. I've been drinking basically tap water with meatballs."
I didn't even know. They didn't even text me to say the results. They had to tell me. They had to actually make up a fake account on Tinder and say, "Hey, you're pretty hot." And I said, "Thanks." And she goes, "By the way, it's calcium in your nuts. Gotcha, doctor."
Gotcha. My nuts are calcium heavy, but cancer free, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, where am I? So, I'm really not reading notes, to be honest.
Yeah, so you scroll down a little bit. He basically is like, he's talking about how it's just like, it's really an emotional moment and et cetera, and he doesn't want to think about the past. The past doesn't really do it for me. So then Danielle's like, "Guys, you want to meet my mom?"
You know who says that? Young people. The past doesn't do anything for me. The past does everything for me, okay? Your resentments, so as you get older, your resentments start to die, and it's very important to keep them alive. So look at your past and remember what you hate. There's my advice.
Hey, Jesse, we can't wait to see your future film, Presently in the Future. It's like, I took a time machine to like right now. It's like he rides in the car and then it just stops and he gets out. It's like, wow, that's great. It's like, didn't you ride the time machine? He's like, no, I set the time machine to like right now. I don't want to go to the past.
Yeah. Okay, so we meet people. This whole episode is people saying hello, by the way. We should have warned you.
Hello.
So who's Ada?
That's the mom. So that's Aida, it looks like, is Danielle's mom. And we're saying, "Hi, nice to meet you, nice to meet you." We're seeing all these cameos.
Okay, so then Lindsay. So Lindsay's saying hi to Danielle's mom and stuff, and Carl's there. And Lindsay's like,
So Sunday, I have just been walking on eggshells around Carl, and then I've been like, "Why are there eggshells around here?" And he's like, "Oh my God, you're torturing. Why are you abusing me?"
I just need you to be like a little softer and more tender with the eggshells, because it's like, why are you breaking all the eggs around me?
Carl can't even eat an egg. It's just like a hard-boiled egg. He's like, "I just wish you were like softer. I just wish you were softer."
Carl, what sort of egg are you having? "Oh, well, I'm gonna have an egg." "But what type?" Did you ask? Did you like figure out what type of egg you're having?" "Yeah, I figured it out. We haven't it's just like a preliminary discussion about like what sort of egg." "That was a discussion yourself. You're the only one who has to choose what sort of egg you're gonna have." "Yeah, it's just like I just like wish you had like a little more support for like what sort of eggs I'm gonna have this morning. That's all."
Yeah, it's a hard-boiled egg. Okay, but it's really hurting my feelings.
Not that you care, but it's a hard-boiled egg. It took me a lot. Like, this is like literally my dream to have a hard-boiled egg right now.
So let's see. Some more people hug Jessie and stuff. And then Paige comes and she's like,
Oh my God, this looks adorable. You did such a good job. Do you believe me? I'm going into acting. You're an idiot. I hate your app. It's stupid. Bye.
It's so amazing that you created an app that could have 1/4 of my fashion sense.
Oh my God, I love all these options. Fabulous. Looks great. Killing it. Could you add a D here for please die? That would be great.
So what did you name your app? Did you name it Craig? Sorry, that's just the word I usually say for stupid.
Chicken.
Chicken.
So then Jessie, they're like, Carl's like, oh, do you tell any ladies in your life that you don't have cancer?
Oh. And Jesse's like, hey,
Leave it
Carl.
up to Carl to think about, like, so has your not having cancer gotten you laid this week?
Jesse's like, yeah, hey, by the way, I saw you pulling out of the driveway by yourself. And I was like, ruh-roh. And then we see a flashback to Carl driving off because he was mad that Lindsay decided to go to Montauk or something. So...
Or something. He got mad at Lindsay for taking a little space when he wouldn't even take her suitcase home.
Yeah.
And how do we not have an ending about the suitcase?
Yeah,
Lindsay's
I would
just
love
like,
to...
why is Lindsay letting everything go? You know, this whole season, people online are like, Lindsay's a terrorist, blah, blah, blah. Lindsay's such a monster. Why are you standing up for Lindsay? Blah, blah, blah.
No.
Lindsay's caused every terrorist attack in this country. Lindsay is the reason we have to take so long to go through airport security, etc. And now look, Lindsay, the man left her suitcase and she didn't even say anything. Where are the people apologizing online saying, Lindsay, I'm sorry?
Yeah. So we have actually really been, I think, very vocal about pointing out Carl's contributions to this failed engagement. One thing I will say critical of Lindsay is that, like, for her to act blindsided that this engagement was not going to work out is kind of ridiculous, because it's just every week these two are just even more and more miserable. I don't know how anyone could be blindsided that this was not going to work out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're just used to car wrecks all the time, it's just like, what?
That's
It's another
just
car wreck.
normal.
Yeah.
You know, a fish doesn't know it's in water. So a fish doesn't understand what it's like to be wet.
Yeah.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
The CDC estimates that approximately 96 million American adults, more than 1 in 3, have prediabetes. Of those with prediabetes, more than 80% don't even know they have it.
Why does this matter? If you have prediabetes, sugar begins to build up in the bloodstream rather than fuel the cells. This is when insulin resistance occurs, which is believed to be the #1 cause of prediabetes.
A healthy weight allows insulin to work more efficiently and can help to keep blood sugars within a normal range.
Signos can help you short-circuit the cycle by using data directly from your body to design a weight loss plan that's unique to your lifestyle.
With Signos, you can literally see which foods cause your blood sugar to spike above reasonable levels and get real-time alerts to do a bit of exercise to bring them back down.
On average, people make about 227 food choices a day.
Learn the difference between stress eating and physical hunger.
Better manage your energy throughout the day and sleep better at night.
Listen, I've got some health stuff going on here. I've been on my weight loss journey for about a year now, and I need to track this stuff, so it's great to have something so simple to use.
Signos removes the guesswork of weight loss and provides you with the tools and knowledge needed to develop healthier habits. It combines your glucose data from the CGM or a continuous glucose monitor with an AI-driven app to deliver real-time glucose insights for optimal health and weight management.
Right now, Signos has an offer exclusively for our listeners. Go to Signos.com, that's SIGNOS.com, and get up to 20% off select plans by using code CRAPPENS today.
That's Signos.com and use code CRAPPENS to get up to 20% off select plans for you today. The weather's getting warmer. Time to ditch jackets and sweaters for shorts and tees.
I used to waste my money on clothes that would only last for one season until I found Quince. Now I've got high quality pieces that never go out of style that I'll be wearing year after year.
Quince has all the seasonal must-haves like 100% European linen shirts, performance polos, and versatile flow-knit activewear.
And the best part, all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands.
By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings onto us. I have this great goldenrod overshirt that I got from Quince, and I just wore it last week to a Bruce Springsteen concert, and I looked quite chic.
Upgrade your wardrobe. Go to quince.com/crappens for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
That's QUINCE.com/crappens to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/crappens.
So Jesse's asking Carl about like their situation. Carl's like, oh yeah, well, I slept in another room on Monday night. Yeah, it was like really. I basically slept in the Kia. I moved the Kia into the apartment. I slept inside it. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Lindsay moved her cardboard cutout into the room that I was sleeping in, so I still had somebody not being soft or tender.
Well, I was gonna sleep in another room, but we had a situation where Siri asked me if I want to turn the lights off, and I just was like, why are so many questions, Siri? Just like support me right
Why
now.
are you asking so many questions? My alarm went off and it was like snooze. I was like, how dare you?
Yeah, one of the reasons why I have not been able to send my resume. How dare you?
How dare you?
One of the reasons why I haven't been able to send my resume out so much is because if you forget to save it, the computer's like, do you want to save it? I'm like, just give me some support of this resume right now. That's all I need. So.
You know what? Like, think about my career. Like, listen, I'm going to do what's best for me. Get a job, Carl. Get a fucking job. Lindsay's not telling you what to do. She's asking you what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
She's like, you've been sitting on your ass for a year and a half, claiming that you needed to like figure out your shit after Loverboy. And then when she says, okay, have you figured shit out because we're going to get married and we need to have income, we need to think about these things, your instinct is to say, I'm going to go back to Loverboy after all that.
Oh, I'm going to spend $20,000 to get over the trauma that Kyle put me through at Loverboy. Cannot wait to go back to Loverboy because I have not been to any job interview since. So better. Fucking loser. And he's like, and I just wanted to trust that I'm going to make a good decision. Make one. You know what I mean? Baby steps. Make one. Just start with one.
Yeah, I think she just wants a decision, whether it's good or bad. So, meanwhile, cut over to...
And I'm an intelligent person, so I'm just annoyed.
I'm a real intelligent person. So
I'll stop hanging on every Carl word now. Mostly because I'm out of them.
So Lindsay and Paige are talking, and Lindsay's like,
Do you want to sit over there, maybe? And Paige is like, oh my god, can we sit there? I just love the opportunity to get on my feet.
and Paige is like, no, I love sitting. I was like, I think
How have
Ronnie...
these two not been friends?
I was
the
like,
whole
this spoke to
time?
Ronnie right now.
It did. It's a weird season for me, really, really everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just falling in love with new people every turn. Like, I've always liked Paige and thought she was funny, but I'm in love.
Paige is having a banner season. I've always been a Paige fan.
Yeah.
And
And these
great.
two sitting on the couch together and just bonding over how much standing sucks. You
Mhm.
know? It's just beautiful. It's like a rom-com.
Is it possible that Carl has been the one pitting Paige and Lindsay against each other? Because don't forget, when Paige came onto the show, Carl was like sweating Paige. He was like going after her, taking her out on Wednesday morning dates to have pancakes and things like that. And then,
she's totally into me.
yeah, so like maybe he was the one who like bred the real acrimony between the two women for so many years.
Mm,
It would match his playbook.
yeah, it would. I'm not going to put it past him, but I just don't. The only thing that doesn't ring true is it just requires effort, which I don't see Carl putting into anything ever.
Yeah, that's
So,
true too.
Or forethought.
So, Craig is there too, by the way. He's like, hey, chicken. So he sits down, and Lynn's like, did Paige tell you about the astrological year? And we have a flashback to that lady who is swinging her like H&M pendant, over a thing.
Paige is just like,
Okay. Is Lindsay stupid? Yes. Is Lindsay trash? Yes. Does Lindsay know how to dress? No. Okay. How old is Lindsay? Oh my god, it won't stop. It won't stop. It won't stop. All right. I stopped it at 97. I was just being kind.
Is there any way that Lindsay and I could ever become friends? Yes. Is it because we both like to sit? Oh, okay. I guess that's the way in.
So then they're talking about whether Craig and Paige are going to move to the sunset.
And Paige
I've had enough of this conversation. I'm done. I don't
Yeah.
care if you move to the same city anymore. Okay,
He's-
just
he's-
don't. Just
he's
don't plan on
gonna
moving
have
to the
to.
same city.
Yeah.
No one needs Craig around full time. Okay, the man stabs walls. Just have your baby. Have your mom help you raising the baby, and Craig can still come in once every couple of weeks, or send the baby to Craig.
Yeah.
Whitney and Patricia will be great alternate parents.
Whitney will be very confused. It's like trying to do like the hanger game, trying to move the baby food into the hanger. It's like, oh, does the hanger open? How's this working in Mother? Oh, Whitney, come on now. You don't even understand how to use your own private plane and a private baby hanger? I'm just a failure as a mother now.
So, he's like, I guess we're gonna have to cross that bridge when it comes to it. I mean, I guess we're probably gonna avoid that discussion. And Peter's like, yeah, I avoid that.
So is Craig gonna move to New York? Guys, I'm not having this conversation anymore. I'm done. Figure it out. Okay, so Lindsay's like, so are you coming out this weekend, Craig? And he's got an engagement party. And now Sierra. Let's say hello to Sierra. Sierra and West.
This is just more hellos. Sierra says hello. West says hello. Gabby says hello.
This
Everyone
is a lot
says
of hellos.
hello.
You guys, there's no shame in having a 14 episode season instead of a 15. It's okay.
Yeah, Sierra's talking to Paige about her date with West, and she says that West's dad sent her all these videos about how to ride a horse and things like that. And Gabby is like, "Hey West, so are you like afraid to take that next step and commit?" And he's like, yeah, that's too long. That's too long. You took too long to answer that. So that's a no.
And then Carl is talking to Danielle, and he's like, hey, just like one piece of advice, like, just imagine everybody's like butt naked, and then they have to use your app to get dressed. You got this.
Yeah,
you got this.
And none of them have veneers. So, yeah, you got it. You got it. You can do this.
Just know, even if you fail miserably right now and earn nothing, Carl will offer you something.
Yeah. Just remember that if you just fail at everything, make terrible decisions, and actually, even if you can even make a decision in the first place, it'll still work out well for you. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're a woman. So, no, not at that at all. Sorry.
So, Jim, the Dawn co-founder, comes up, and it's time to give a speech. Okay?
Yeah.
So, Danielle's like, guys, I truly wish I was off book here.
Everyone's like, that's okay. We all wish we were off this party right now somewhere else.
For the first time in my life, I wish I was on books. Meaning I wish I had one to read. Because, wow.
Craig's looking under Danielle's feet to see where the book is. There's no actual book when you're off book. So she does this whole thing, a whole spiel like, "Hi, I am Danielle. Hey, have you ever wanted to attract the hottest balloon guy in the Hamptons? Use our app. You'll dress better, and it'll be better. Thanks, Mom. I dedicate this to you."
You have a digital copy of your entire wardrobe. Now, Dawn will make countless outfit recommendations right before you even have your morning coffee.
For instance, want to look chic for a good day tonight look? Try a balloon doggy. Wrap it around yourself. Sorry, our AI was built by my hookup.
Want to find dick? Wear pirate sleeves and stand in a room with Philips Hue lights.
Want to get some real straight girl talk about how you do the most and he does the least? I'm your girl.
For example, you need crop top, jeans, dick.
Every download of Dawn comes with a complimentary 1-week pass on the LIRR. So what are you waiting for? Not the train.
Crop top, jeans, dick, pie chart. It's like, Danielle, this app makes no sense. But just don't trust us. Ask everyone else on the app. Okay. I'm going to. We need to.
We will.
Our homework before the next week is to download Dom and ask people on the app about our clothes.
Yeah. Let me see. We're in Britain. I wonder if there's like a different app store here. Let's see. Let's take a look.
Let's see. Here it's called the App Store.
Here it's called Silly Person Store.
The App Market.
Oop, that's the podcast. Okay, App Store.
That's podcast.
We're going to the application store.
Let's get to the applications market.
Stay up to date with notifications. Not now. Okay, let's look up Dawn.
Dawn.
Donne.
Donnie McKechnie. All right, it's Donna McKechnie's brother.
Oh, always something to wear.
Let's see, what are the reviews?
Well,
there's no reviews?
There's so many. Listen, this may take a while to sort through all 10 reviews.
Oh, good God.
3.5 stars.
The first review says, send it, looking for dick. Anyone have dick? Would you like to do shots?
All right, let's read the reviews. Okay, oh God, it's a long description. Okay, so
3.5 stars.
Here's one. Here's a 5-star review that says, an absolute lifesaver. I truly have a shopping And then, once purchased, an organizational problem, leaving my closet chaotic at best. I am so thankful for this app to organize my brain around outfit choices and inventory so I can start my day stress-free and looking my best. Thanks, bot.
Yeah, thanks, Danielle.
Do we have any? Is that the only testimony?
That's
That
the
was
only
it.
review?
That was it.
Well, guys, get on there. Let's read some reviews. I'm going to get on there later and put my new capri pants in with my other new capri pants and see what it gives me. Hopefully it says capri pants because I've got a lot of them. Okay, so she gives her speech. Sounds,
There is by the way, there is an app called Donna. And that has 21 reviews, and it's doing much better than Dawn.
Safe women. Protection for women. Well, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like protect yourself. Don't wear crop tops with jeans.
It's for women living in Latin America, providing them with the tools and resources they need to stay safe and protect their rights. All right. How about that, Donna?
2 apps right in a row they can use.
I thought it was an app for what do you do when you fall over holding a baby, like Melissa's mom did. Donna.
Okay, so
let's fucking party.
Yeah.
Commercial break.
Now it's my birthday, Friday, August 25th.
This happened on your birthday while you were at Beyonce. This was happening.
Yeah.
What a great birthday gift to know that on your birthday, Carl and Lindsay were actively crumbling apart.
Yeah, that's super sad. I was like, wow, way to start the year.
And I had COVID.
So Kyle and Amanda are driving to the Hamptons. Time to go back to the Hamptons. And now they're talking about earrings and stuff. Amanda's like, your parents' pool completely fucking destroyed my earrings, Kyle. They used to be gold and now they look black.
The pool's like, I was doing this for us. Just everything in Kyle's family is like that.
So Kyle's like, I'm just glad we could all come together and like celebrate my dad's 80th, he's badass. He's 80 and he's still partying.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, most people when they're 80, they're basically going to die. But my dad, he's like, let's play the pickleball. I'm like, maybe death is the better option.
I'm literally exhausted. I'm not one of those people that's like, I can't wait to get to 80 and play pickleball. I'm like, I can't wait to get to 80 and be dead. Okay? I'll be dead by then. Please. Just, I'm tired. Okay? Death is nothing but a long nap. Stop worrying about it so much and just give me a goddamn blanket.
So for those who don't remember, Kyle and Amanda had a huge, horrific, like foundationally shattering, like marriage shattering argument last week.
That was dark. I just wished for death. Don't do that. Don't kill me, world.
Well, now they've swept their fight under the rug. Kyle's like, well, Amanda and I are very different. She didn't sign up for this entrepreneurial life. She just signed up for a life of whining and waking up late. So all the stress would come with it. So she has other interests and passions. Wait, air quote, interests and passions. And I don't know, she can go to Old Navy and come up with things to do.
Yeah, but like she's a full-time employee of Loverboy. And if she wasn't, I wouldn't be able to blame her for her failure like I do. So, but people are counting on us, and that's the point. And she's like, I just thought like entrepreneurs start a business and they like sell it within 5 years.
And here we are. It's just like not what I thought married life would look like. It's also not what I thought my earrings would look like after I went swimming. Kyle.
It's not what Kyle's hair would look like. It's not what I thought Kyle's hair would look like. Kyle.
Meanwhile, in the Kia of despair... Ooh, beautiful. In the Kia of despair, Carl and Lindsay are riding along, and Lindsay is clearly trying to just say neutral things. That way Carl doesn't, get all upset. So she's like,
wow, it kind of looks like we're like driving in the apocalypse, like gray skies. Is that gonna offend you at all?
It's like, no, it's like the end of the world. Ha ha. Like making a decision. Ha.
Yeah, that's what the apocalypse is, Carl. Why are you questioning me? Well, I'm just saying it's the apocalypse, and you're saying it's the end of the world. All I'm trying to do is tell you the same thing.
What I feel like every time we talk about the apocalypse, you're just like always so mad.
Carl, just because it's called Mad Max does not mean I'm actually mad at you, Carl.
Oh yeah, you know what this is? This is the apocalypse, where you pick everything apart. It's like
maybe.
Carl, it's like, this is like literally not the end of the world talking about the apocalypse.
It's like actually like very much exactly what it is. And the fact that you don't even recognize that, like, it's just like rude. It's just like really rude.
So she asked where Kyle and Amanda, like why they were in New Hampshire. And he's like, oh, it's Kyle's dad's 80th birthday. She's like,
Oh, okay. So, are you guys expected to have any follow-up conversations about Loverboy? 80 years old, huh? That's interesting. So old.
And he's like, yeah. So I would like to chat with him some more because I have like some things I'd like to share with him about what I've envisioned. Like I was thinking, like the conversation can go sort of like this. Yeah, cool. Yeah, no questions. Cool.
so what have you envisioned? He's like, so like consulting fee per month and like commissions on sales. And she goes,
Yeah, I would just make sure that's clarified.
Yeah, so you really are putting a lot of stress on me right now. I'm just like trying to like have like a meeting with a friend and like have my dreams come true. Like, why are you doing this to me right now?
Why are you torturing me? So basically, you're going in there and you're asking for everything that Lindsay was fighting for you last year when everyone called her a terrorist.
But also, like, is that really a vision? I want a consulting fee and a commission on sales. That's more like a negotiation element. Do you have a vision for your role, how you want it to grow, the sort of things you want to do, how you want to build it out, like what your presence is going to be, what your commitment is to the travel?
Such a jerk.
It's like a lot of questions right now.
Such a jerk.
Oh.
So then Danielle and Gabby pull up to the house, and I cannot believe Gabby still drives with Danielle.
I know, especially
After that ride.
After that whole balloon situation, I'm
Yeah.
shocked. Yeah.
So they're talking about, like, where's their phone? What are they going to drink? Are they going to have vodka? Because Danielle's, of course, like, vodka? Are we going to have vodka? Are we going to have shots? We're going to get shit-faced, right? It's dick weekend, right? This is dick-pocalypse. Am I right? Dick-cocalypse. This is the apocalypse, okay?
Gabby's like, oh my god. So they go inside, and then Kyle and Amanda show up next, and Danielle's like, anyone want a last weekend shot? Last weekend shot. So like, great, thanks, Danielle. So more bags arrived and everything, and so
This is literally another 10 minutes of saying hello, by the way. I'm scrolling through these notes like, hello, hi, love your outfit. Hello, love your outfit. Hi, love your outfit. Love your outfit when a Craig and Paige moving in together.
Yeah. And they're also, by the way, like Amanda's giving Jesse a hug because she didn't get to hug him. Like, congratulations.
Kyle sees Lindsay and he goes, oh wow, you're very boob forward today. She goes, yeah. And he's like, it's like peekaboo. Your boobs are a window into your soul. Yeah, and you're a boob. Her boobs are a window into your soul, okay? They're a mirror into your soul. You boob.
Yeah.
So Kyle's like, hold on, there's a lot of hellos.
There's just a lot of hellos, and then they're asking about Paige about Craig, because Craig is not here this weekend because he has something to go to, but he was there the whole week in New York, and Paige is like,
Yeah, Craig and I have like a very interesting relationship. I think he wants me to need him more. That's just like not my personality. I just don't need stupid people in my life. So I just like try to give him a little, like, hey, I would die without you. But like, let's be honest. I would literally live without him. Like, I would actually do the exact opposite of die. I would actually thrive without him. He's just funny, though.
I just tell Craig I love him a lot, but I don't remind him that it's opposites day.
It's not that I would die without him. I just would die without the option to throw little pebbles at his head.
So she's like, okay, we need to get changed for dinner. So you guys haven't even looked at my outfit. Take a look at it. Get a mental picture. Here you go, in case you wanted to see it with sunglasses. Here's your shot. Guess where it's not from? Old Navy. Sorry, I was not paid enough to fake that every single week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
so everyone's gonna go get changed and everything, and then Sierra tells us that they're gonna be throwing a surprise party for Jesse. It's a cancer-free party and everything, and she can't imagine how stressful it would be to have this like yearly scans, etc., like weighing on him. So they're going to do that. And then meanwhile, now everyone's getting ready. We see Carl and Lindsay. And these two have there's just literally no more love or passion between the two of them left. They're just like speaking in these pleasantries, just trying to avoid minefields as they talk about anything.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah?
You look very pretty. I like bell bottoms. You know that. She's like,
Yeah, I do know that. You like bell bottoms.
I love bell bottoms.
Why do you like bell bottoms?
Why are you questioning me?
Do you have a vision for what you're going to wear tonight, Carl?
Yeah, I mean, I just like, it's going to be like something on the top and something on the bottom.
Anything more than that?
Like, no, like there's just a lot of questions. A lot of questions right now. Ha.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
You know, the third host of this show is named Bueller. Okay, that's my dog. I love that dog, and I would do anything for him. And today's episode is sponsored by the ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program.
In today's world, we insure a lot, from cars and homes to cell phones and even travel plans. But what about insurance for your cat or dog? With ASPCA Pet Health Insurance, you can focus on the care your pet deserves and cover what matters most.
The ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program offers customizable accident and illness plans, making it easier for pet parents like you to help your pet get the care they may need.
The ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program has been around for over 18 years, and they've helped more than 600,000 pets during that time.
They allow you to customize your plan, helping ensure that your pet's plan is unique as they are.
Because vet bills can really add up, especially when you're least expecting it.
It's simple. Use their app to submit a claim, and you'll receive reimbursement for eligible vet bills directly into your bank account.
To explore coverage, visit aspcapetinsurance.com/crappens.
That's aspcapetinsurance.com/crappens.
Again, that's aspcapetinsurance.com/crappens.
This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either Independence American Insurance Company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance. So then they go to the restaurant, and she's, I don't know, everyone's complimenting. This is literally like a whole show of people saying hello. I can't. So now they drive to the restaurant. They're like, hi, you parked. Oh my God, we're in a restaurant. Here we are. You look great. End the show. Just end the season. It's been a great season. I'm not complaining about the season, but
Yeah.
wrap it up.
They get in and they all they cheer for Jesse. They have like balloons that are shaped sort of like his balls and everything. And he's like all happy. And they're getting like specialty cocktails and shrimp cocktails, a lot of like penis ball jokes and everything like that. And they order all this food. And Jesse's like, hey, I want to say I'm like extremely appreciative of you guys. And like, I'm so glad you guys like really showed me some love and cared about me. And so like, I wrote a little song. So you guys want to hear it?
It's called what Jesse Solomon would do. And then he literally sings
For like
a
10
10-minute
minutes.
song.
10 minutes.
Really? He did Hades Town. He did the entire Hades Town.
It was just like, it went on and on and on. And he didn't even bother memorizing his own lyrics. So he's sitting there singing off of his phone. And he's
How
just,
dare you? I'm a phone singer.
did you sing off your phone at the...
Yes.
Well, never mind then.
I always sing off my... Well, actually, I knew the words this time. But, it's a crutch. You don't always have a crutch, guys. You never know. You just never know. We're in a world of karaoke. Okay, I don't want to get caught up there. I've been ruined by karaoke. But yeah, he sings off his notes. He does the whole show. It's cute.
It's cute. It goes on a long time. I'm like kind of embarrassed. Like the other people in the restaurant, like you can tell they weren't actual diners because I think anyone would be turning around and being like, who is this person singing a song to this group of people? Like, but instead everyone's just like pretending to eat their food. I was like, that's not an authentic restaurant. Those are not real diners. Those are PAs. Those are interns who've been told to sit in there to make it look like a real restaurant.
Because a real restaurant would be like 20 Katie Maloney's. Like,
And everyone would have their cameras out. And yeah, exactly.
not having it, including me. So he does that, which is cute. Jesse, here's the thing about Jesse. Jesse seems like really nice, I guess, in a way. He seemed like a total douche at first. Then he seemed kind of nice. Now we're all like, we like him because also, he's got a storyline of like, poor guy. He's going through a lot. But he's like that kid. When I was a kid, my parents would always be like, oh, Ronnie loves to sing. And they'd like make me get up there. And it was always so mortifying. And I just wanted to put my head in a trash can. And my cousins would make fun of me, but they made me do it every single time. Jesse's the kid who wanted to do that. Jesse's the kid whose parents is like, you want to sing? And he's like, hello.
Absolutely.
And that makes me hate him and resent him. And I can't help it. I get that it's projection from my own childhood, but Rhonda wishes that you were her child. So have at it.
My only thing with Jesse is that I just wish his voice were better. Like, he has like a nice voice. And I said before, he has the voice of like a cantor at a synagogue. But like, he went to school for like vocal jazz performance or something like that. I just want his voice to be like amazing. Like if you studied, like I want that voice to be like on, right? And it's not.
I don't know. I think his handsomeness just blind. I don't remember ever what his voice sounds like, but his handsomeness blinds him. And I like that both of the summer houses have kind of mediocre singers trying to win people over.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because on the other one we've got that John Legend's cousin.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse's a great addition. He is so handsome and he seems so nice. But the other shoe's gonna fall. Next season, I guarantee he's due for a bad edit.
I hope he cheats with Amanda. That's especially after reading all of the internet conspiracy theories, because I think that he has chemistry. Who did I say he had chemistry with?
Amanda. No, Sierra. You were saying
No.
Sierra.
No. Oh, yeah, Sierra. I was saying Sierra. Yeah,
Sierra.
good memory. Even when you said it, it didn't click with me. But yeah, I said Sierra. He's got energy with Sierra. But people on the internet are saying he has a lot of energy with Amanda, and that would be a fun affair. And I think the whole internet would be behind that, actually.
Yeah. So now it's after this dinner party. Everyone's coming back. It's like 1 a.m. The door's stuck yet again. Yet again, the door is stuck. And everyone's just sort of filtering into the house. So Carl and Lindsay go to their room, and they're pretending like they love each other. Carl's like, hey, you all right? Why don't you put your arms around me? Come closer. Put your weight on me. Oh.
And he's grabbing her butt, and they're giggling. Like, he's like, wow, you don't feel like cardboard today. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong Lindsay. Wrong Lindsay. Whoa, Hawkway, sorry. Can I get the Blockbuster store Lindsay back? I'll be right.
So now it's the morning. Now it's Saturday morning. I'm so glad we saw them all walk into the house and then say little
They're like,
things.
hi,
They say,
house. Hi.
Hi,
We're back in
good
the
to
house.
see
You
you.
look
We're
great.
gonna go to bed tonight.
Love your
We're gonna go to bed
outfit.
tonight.
Love your
Okay.
outfit.
And we see the sun come up. I'm like, great. You know, we did come back from commercial. We could have just started in the morning, but that's okay. So everyone is making their beds. And so West is asking, just being cute with Sierra, offering to get her stuff. And Carl and Lindsay seem like they're doing okay. It's just like people waking up. It's so funny because I was like, this episode was so good, but when you actually read through the notes, it's like now they're waking up, and now they're waking up,
Now they're
and
waking up again.
up.
I mean, it is kind of summer house, but like, come on. Okay, so then Kyle and West and Jesse are all talking, and they're in bed together. And Jesse's like, it's going to be so weird now that you have a job now, Wes. That's just crazy. And he's like, yeah, I was doing stuff. I just didn't have a job. Just a little boy. And Kyle's like, yeah, you're just going horseback riding on Tuesdays. That's what I heard. You're going on horseback rides with girls.
Yeah, hey, what's the future plans for you and Sierra? You gonna put a label on it? He's like, oh, well, we talked about that on the horseback ride, and I was trying to, like, define it. And I was just, like, sounded like such a stupid fucking idiot. And I could tell she was like, what the fuck is this guy saying? Am I right? And then it cuts to the girl.
I think she heard you saying what you were saying. You were saying, I want to romance you until you fuck me, and I don't want to date you at all.
Yes.
But have fun meeting my mom, because she's met everybody that I fucked, and I don't care.
So then the girls are talking about it, and Sierra's like, yeah, it was good. I mean, we had a semi-serious conversation. It ended with, like, I asked him if he was talking to other bitches, and he was like, yeah, I'm texting other people. And I was like, okay. And Amanda's like, and then you punched him in the dick? Because that's what I would have done.
And Paige is like, I've watched you in other relationships, and right now you're in that spot where you're either like, I'm about to put a wall up and be like, fuck off, or you're going to fall really hard, or you're just going to fly to Charleston anyway.
I'm at the point in my relationship where when I get a straw at a restaurant, I take the paper and I roll it into a little ball and throw it at Craig's eye.
I'm at that point in my relationship where when the waiter comes and they say, what do you want? I say, not to move in with Craig. And then I watch him cry for a while, and it's delicious.
I'm at the point in our relationship when the waiter then says, may I tell you about the specials? And I say, let me guess, is one of the specials a meal with stupid? Because that's what I'm doing right now.
My favorite thing to tell the waiter is, please don't even try to serve me chicken. I've had so much of it. I'm really sick of it. I never want to see chicken again for the rest of my life. And then I watch Craig cry.
It's so funny.
It's hilarious.
Even the waiter laughs.
Old Navy. Just kidding. She doesn't even try anymore.
So they're talking about how, like on the one hand, Wes will be like, oh, I want you to meet the parents, but he's like so casual about it. And that he's just like a jokester all the time. Everything is a joke. Everything is funny. And Amanda's like, yeah. And then like, you're like the biggest joke. And Sierra's like, whoa.
I know, but Sierra earned that from Amanda.
Yeah.
She's like, do you feel like you have any identity outside of Kyle? I don't.
So yeah, now Sierra's basically like they're like, what? Imagine like what will happen if like this whole summer like it's just like all a big prank or whatever. And Sierra's like, that's gonna like make me cry right now. And Paige is like, oh my god, don't cry, laugh because we're laughing. We've been laughing at you all summer long. It's really fun.
Aw. Yeah, I kind of feel for Sierra, but I just really like her, so I guess that's why I feel for her. Because the sensible part of me is like, you're not going to fall in love in Summer House. You know what I mean?
Right.
I know it's happened. Look who it's happened for. Amanda and Kyle. There's
Rough.
Lindsay and Carl.
Rough.
That's it. That's like literally it. So, I mean, Craig and Paige. So that's good.
But he's from a different franchise.
That's
He's not
true.
there.
He's from a different. Yeah.
I don't think there's been any other love story that's really come out of this show that's been.
I think these
Corey and
hookup shows-
Sam.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
they
these
didn't work
hookup
out.
shows are where to find your love, But she's
No.
nursing now. I think she's a nurse again, so that's where to find it.
Yeah.
Girl, doctors, nurses, patients. I mean, there are so many rich people who are intelligent and loving who have heart attacks. You know what I mean? Get one of them. Get them while they have a bedpan. Get them while they're down. That's what I say.
So then everyone goes in the kitchen. They're all having breakfast, and they're talking about they're going to decorate because they're having a party this weekend. It's an end of the world party. It's like a Mad Max post-apocalyptic thing. For a moment, I literally looked up. I was like, "Is Furiosa? Is that a Universal movie?" Because I was like, if this is like a tie-in for Furiosa, I'll be like, that is the most ridiculous thing. And they're like, okay, well, listen. We are going to be releasing a new Mad Max movie, and we want, for corporate synergy, we want to make sure your Summer House Party is a corporate tie-in with this movie. But they did not. It's actually a Warner Brothers movie. This is a journey that I went on my own. I don't think it's very compelling to people. But I'm letting you know, for a moment, I really thought this was Bravo doing another ridiculous thing like that.
Well, yeah, because really they could use Furiosa on any show because literally they've got so many Furiosas on these shows, just like throw in a Teresa clip.
I would love to see the cast of Summer House like in the middle of Mad Max, just trying to like fend for themselves and be on like a truck while other like people on sticks are bouncing back and forth and throwing bombs at them.
No, so actually the perfect theme for the Hub House wedding.
It was the Hub House wedding. Okay, Carl, you're gonna be on that stick, and I'm gonna be on this stick, and the sticks are gonna come together, and we're gonna kiss, and then a truck's gonna go right through us, and then there'll be a guy on a guitar like on the front of the truck. It'll be great.
So now everyone's having breakfast, and Kyle's like, guys, are we going to send it, or are we going to send it? What are we going to do? Are we going to send it? We're going to send it. And Danielle's like, we're going to fucking send it. Dick! Dick! Dick!
Dick was the original name of her app. Dick! You can't do that. Okay. Dawn!
Dick. It just shows you what dick goes with which dick. Just show all the dick that you want. Take pictures of all the dick you want, and it's going to match up with dick.
So now they're decorating for this party, and they're taking like doll parts and dangling them everywhere. And Paige is like, I don't know what we're doing. Like making a necklace with baby parts. Like, how did we find ourselves here? Is it because we went to Old Navy? Is this what happens? It is sort of the end of the world when I step into Old Navy. Makes sense. So then Danielle's like, it looks kind of sick. I'm not going to lie. Paige is like, oh God. That means this is terrible. I'm embarrassed. I'm going back to the city.
And Carl's like, oh, we're not getting the security deposit back.
Oh. Of course, I'm talking about my wedding venue. I just got the news. I don't know if you realize I called off the wedding. I haven't told anyone yet.
Don't worry about the ring. It was never real.
So now Carl and Kyle sit down in the front room and Club Send It, daytime. Club Send It during the day is basically a we work.
We send it.
Yeah, it's just we send it. So they sit
we
down.
fax it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a meeting here,
Fax
and we send it. Yeah, and so they sit down, and Carl's like, "Well, I feel like this is obviously not the ideal situation."
Well, I'm covered in sweat. I'm building for the party, but I did wear my formal white pants. Yeah.
So Kyle's like, I've been thinking about this for a while, and if you think back to like some of our conversations even last year when I was like kind of like, you were on your way out, I was kind of dangling this like not out because I thought things have been like taking off for a while now, and I always thought like this could be kind of like a full circle moment for us,
Yeah, well, Loverboy was like an extension of you and Amanda, and I think that non-alc could be an extension of me. It could really show my personality. Like, I did nothing to come up with it. I'm going to put no work into it. I just kind of show up and expect expect to be handed money.
Yeah.
So
Wait a second. I'm looking
sounds
over.
good, right?
I'm looking over my notes. Have I been saying non-alcohol this time, or is this non-work? Because I'm down for non-work. So Kyle's like, yeah. So I wanted to give you something like to at least like mull over, you know. I was like, yeah. And so in the background, Lindsay walks through the house and she overhears, right? But then she just walks through. She doesn't interrupt. She's just like going around. I'm sure she can hear, you know, because that house is designed that way that everyone can hear
It's
everything.
like, whoops, I'm so sorry to interrupt your meeting. I just wanted to set my phone right here. Okay.
So, as you may remember from the car, Carl said that he wants to have a consulting fee and a commission on everything. So Kyle says, he's like, yeah, I'm thinking like I'll give you a small monthly stipend, like a retainer, and then like you can have recurring revenue and like $3,000 a month. He's like, yeah. I'm just taking some notes right now. I'm like a very like corporate person right now who likes to work, so I'm just gonna take some notes. Yeah. It's like, Carl, I think you're just filling out a Hinge application. Oh yeah, whoops, sorry.
So, it's not a big lift, Carl, but like you're literally working with us about marketing directions, and any event you come to, $2,000, we'll pay your way, and then like 10% of sales, and that's merch, that's non-alc, just to get you back in the swing of things like posting. But I want you to be able to like track your impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then like from time to time, like when do you expect like wait, hold on, I got a question because I'm really corporate and I do work. Here's my question. When do I start? Now here's the thing. The reason why I come down so hard on Carl about these things is that I totally do this in interviews. Like if I used to always pre-write all my questions because that would keep me on track. But like lately, I'm like, I'm an adult. I don't need to like pre-write anything. And now anytime I go to an interview for anything, I always am like, and then afterwards I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to ask every single question that I need to ask, you know? So like I get how it's like easy to like forget how to ask questions, but also like Carl, you should ask questions.
I don't think he has any.
That's the thing.
I think he's just like, give me whatever, I'll take whatever, and then I can just get mad if like you're handing me money, I'll take it. Sure. And it does sound like a pretty good deal. I mean, it depends on how many live events there are a month, but $2,000 per live event.
Yeah. And so Kyle's
how
basically
many do you think
like,
that is? I'm trying to add it up in my head, but I don't know. Basically, he has to do nothing but show up, and then he says something about posting, like we'll get you back in the swing of things like posting. So I imagine a lot of this is just like we're paying you X amount a month just to have this on your Insta.
so he's getting $3,000 a month, which is actually less than $1,000 a week. That's like $850
to post probably a certain amount of times on his Insta, right?
Right. That's just like the retainer fee is like $850 a week, which is minimum wage is probably about $500 a week, $600 a week. So it is pretty low.
Well, it's low, but considering he's not doing anything but basically he's being paid to go promote at events.
Yeah,
that's it.
Essentially, and it's also like only for a certain segment of this, like what is going to be Loverboy. It's non-alc. So either way, so Carl basically says, this is what I'm thinking about. And Carl's like, yo, let me just take some notes. And when would I start? Okay, great. He doesn't like
Can I just say it's a little late to be on the flavored water. It's a little late to be on the Spritz train. But good luck. Mm-hmm. Good luck with Bublé. Did you notice that they kept posting Bublé?
I was like, is this the new crib? They showed like an extreme close up, which is either like it's either a sponsor or it's like it's so shitty. They're like, yeah, they have Loverboy has a non-alc. Here's here's the non-alc that's actually paying our bills.
Yeah, it seemed like they were doing it on purpose, which is weird. But yeah, I don't know. The guys are kind of trash recently and always on and off, always on this show. But I like the people on this show in general.
Yeah,
and I don't want to see them fail. Like I don't want to see the business.
We've
fail.
met a majority of them, and they've all been like really nice people.
I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I want everybody to fail. This is all stupid. But it is late for being on a soda thing, and I think Carl needs to like go get a real job and prove himself. Like you can't just rely on your friend giving you fucking influencer work for the rest of your life. Go do something, dude. Make an effort.
Well, it was just such a passive conversation. I actually don't fault Kyle on this. Kyle's like, here's what my vision is, and I think what we don't see. And again, we fully understand this is a reality show, and things are edited out. There may have been a much larger conversation that was had, but what we don't really see is Carl putting forth his vision at all. I'm just going, oh, okay, I'm just going to write some notes. All right, great. When do I start? And it's like, oh, come on, Carl. You have to be a little more, you have to be like a little bit more proactive.
You just,
about what to do.
Some people just aren't, and that's okay too. You know, you're just not with the right person.
Yeah.
So then they're still decorating, etc., and then it's
just
really like,
more-
hey, hi, are you decorating? I'm decorating. Hey, neighbor, are you decorating? I'm decorating as well. So now West and Jesse are talking about the surprise party. Jesse was so grateful for it, etc. And then
he felt like he couldn't really make any big decisions in his life until he found out what was going on, because like when you're, you know, like when you've got cancer, you get put into this like circuit of like doctor, visit, and then when you're not in it, you can like go off and be free. So now he's like, I get to be free, get to live life. It was, you know, it's a nice sentiment. It's nice.
I'm bored. So then Paige and Amanda and the girls are getting ready basically, and they're putting on crazy outfits, like apocalypse outfits. And Paige is like, in an alternate universe, I'm like an emo chick. Gross.
Also, apparently, in an alternate universe, I'm an Old Navy chick. And unfortunately, we stepped into that universe for like a second this season, and I was terrified.
One thing has changed, my clothes. One thing that has not changed, Amanda's still really pathetic. But I love her.
So everyone's putting makeup on, and now we go to a Carl and Lindsay scene. So Carl and Lindsay are in their room, and they're putting on their outfit and everything. Lindsay's putting on her boots, and
God,
Lindsay's...
these two hate each other's guts. It's so funny watching them try to have a romantic scene. Because they're wearing costumes. So Carl's got
like-
chains on his. And
Wait, why is Carl dressed like apocalyptic Michael Jackson right now? Right, he's wearing like the black blazer with like the ringleader sort of
Like fringe?
fringe and
it's
everything.
like fringe, yeah, like metal fringe.
Like Michael Jackson's uniform, but it's like apocalyptic, so it's like torn and it's open.
Yeah, and she's like,
Oh, I can hear you coming from a mile away.
like
Yeah.
not pretending she doesn't want to murder him for his fucking dangles. Because, you know, she's like, why are you getting dangles? Why are you dressed like Michael Jackson?
This is not apocalyptic. This just looks like a ringleader who just got into a car accident.
And he's like, yeah, I know you heard my little dangles. Oh.
Dingle, dingle.
Oh.
Dingle, dingle.
Hey, you need a hand with the boots? Yeah, I've got like a really good vision, so I'm like thinking like you get a consulting fee, and then like an extra $200 for every shoelace that I untie. I don't know.
So she's like,
This is so fun talking about dangles, but how was your meeting with Kyle? Just asking casually, not that I really care.
And he goes, yeah, I saw you walk by, which is his way of being like, were you eavesdropping? Why were you eavesdropping? This is my big boy moment.
yeah, I had to look around for the bunny to make sure it wasn't boiling. Glenn Close.
And then
Ugh.
she's like,
Yeah, I didn't want to like interrupt or distract you, which is my way of saying no, that I didn't interrupt or distract you, and I kept doing it, letting you have your big boy moment.
I don't know. I hope you didn't hear me muttering, don't fuck this up, stupid, as I passed, but I was.
Yeah, I was like totally. I wasn't paying attention to you guys because I was filling out your resume on Monster.com. That's all.
So he's like, oh, yeah, I mean, it was, I thought, a very positive conversation. I don't know if your listening devices felt so, but, we talked about, what a monthly retainer would be, like $3,000. And I'm not going to be an employee of Loverboy. I'm going to be consulting for Loverboy for the non-alc product. Like, and she goes,
So like he would outsource your services?
well, I could clarify that again, but, I think I told him that.
I was like, oh.
Carl, if you're going to be a consultant, yes, he's outsourcing your services.
But why is it also like a issue? I think Carl, the thing is this, I just want Carl to say, that wasn't my interpretation of it, but maybe I'll go ask him or whatever. And there's something about, I guess my version is the exact same as his version, but there's just something so annoyingly weak about him being like, oh, yeah, but I could clarify that. Just say just say, maybe, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. The point is I'll be consulting, Like, there's something about like, oh, well, I could clarify that because you told me to clarify, so I'm being a good boyfriend right now. Oh.
You're getting a $3,000 a month fee to consult, and you're getting $2,000 in the event. So if she's saying he's outsourcing, yes, he's not an employee. He just said that. I don't understand. I don't understand this conversation.
And I don't understand why he can't be like, I don't understand why he can't live in that, right? Like why he can't say, yeah, I wouldn't be an employee, I'd be a consultant. Because the reason why he can't live in that is because he's probably afraid that she's going to say, so you don't really have a job,
Right.
You're just a consultant. Well, I mean, a consultant is a job, but you're not like hired full time.
Right.
This is a provisional job or whatever. So he's like, yeah, I guess I could clarify that. So she goes,
But remember how when we were in the car, I was like, make sure you clarify?
And he's like, yeah, well, I explained the Radke boys. I did.
Okay.
And she's like, yeah, so did you clarify?
He's like, yeah. So now he's like, I could clarify. And then she's like, so did you? He's like, yeah, no, I did clarify. It's like,
But what was the I explained the Radke boys part? I don't remember that. Because the
that I
Radke
don't-
boys is what he does have now. That's his like not.
Is it like a non-profit or something
Well,
like that?
it's
or non-profit?
It seems we read his website. Remember when we were reading his website
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago? It's something like he goes and gives speeches, or he gives like seminars on being sober or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good. I mean, doing something positive, you know, with your sobriety. I will say it's probably not a great idea to bank everything and your entire personality and business on one thing about you, like sobriety. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
He's just like, I
It's
think,
good
in
that
that
he's doing something positive, I guess. But
yeah, I think he's just in that period of his life where like that's like everything. That's all of
it's
that.
like your single focus or whatever. Oh, I'm glad he got
Yeah.
a picture of his white pants in there
I
on
know.
that website.
So I don't know. I think whatever the Radke Boys is it looks like it's some wellness and advocacy. Is probably some. He probably wants to like.
It's
I'm
not
assuming
very
when he's
firm. It's about as direct as you would think it would be. It's like, what is this? You
Yeah,
know?
it
We
sounds
read all
like
the copy a few weeks ago.
we have to imagine that when he says this, it's like, okay, he's gonna like weave in this non-alc product with his Radke Boys, whatever like speech circuit he wants to be on, etc. So Carl's like, yeah, so it'll be like $2,000 an appearance, and Lindsay's like, okay, and like, how many appearances? Is there like a cap? And he goes, no cap, which I felt like was a lie. Oddly, I felt like he didn't know what
It
to
wasn't
say.
specified. He's just answering
cap.
he's answering even though he doesn't.
He's just
know.
trying to get to the end of the conversation,
Yeah.
the interrogation. He's like, no cap, commissions on sales. And she goes,
Okay, so sorry, it's just like specific to. Is this just specific to like the non-alcoholic product? He's like,
yeah, only non-alcoholic.
okay.
She's like, she can tell he's totally lying now. He did not ask these questions, and now he's just like,
Well, I think he did say
bullshitting.
non-alcoholic though. Kyle did say 10% of non-alc.
oh, okay.
So he's like, yeah, it's going to be creating underneath the Loverboy company a subsidiary, and then that's the non-alcoholic problem. And she's like, okay. And he goes, and I'm going to get equity. She goes, okay. And did you talk about how much equity? And he's like, no. She's like, babe. So did you guys like negotiate in this conversation? He's like, no, we did not. He was sharing things that like it was in line with what I was thinking. So I've got nothing in writing. So when he has something in writing, then you can like. That's when I can think about it. When I say I think about it, I mean you sit there with a red pen and then write emails to Carl about what you want, and then I say she's so mean to me. Please give her what she wants.
Now, here's the thing. Carl has there's something that Carl could say that's like very reasonable here, which is like, listen, this was just like a general meeting. This was a general getting just like, he was like just gauging to see where we both are, not getting too much into specifics, just getting a sense if this is a path forward. We want to have follow-up meetings, maybe ones that are off camera, that don't have all the details, and then we're going to get into nitty-gritty, and then we'll see if this is truly the right place.
Yeah, this is a
'Cause, like,
general, and it's looking good.
that's
We'll figure
it.
the rest
That's
out.
all he has to say. Because, Lindsay is like very alpha, and she's like, I need to know right away how much equity, how much do I get, what are my hours, which is fine. But like, he just is like, he just has to be like, look, I know you want all these details. This was just like a, putting a finger in the water, or finger in the air, in the water, on the air, wherever, it can go either way.
Water than the air. And then you're like, oh my God, is the air colder? Or is it my finger?
So-
how does that work?
So she's like,
I just like worry sometimes, like with you guys talking and putting your finger in the water in the air. Like you guys just like both kind of like beat around the bush, and like every single time you talk, and by you guys both beat around the bush, I mean basically like Kyle takes advantage of you because he knows again.
And yeah, Carl's like, well, back to what I mean, do you want to talk to him? Yeah, maybe she should at this point, because she knew what you were gonna fucking do, and you did exactly what she thought. You walked in there, you acted like you were typing things. His paper says flurgity hergity burgity dog.
it does.
And
Which we know exactly what that means because we just went to Sweden.
yeah, we know what it means now.
It means look great, by the way.
So
In
yeah.
Swedish.
So now she's like, no, I don't want to talk to him. So then she's like, I'm just trying to understand how this conversation went and what happened in the conversation. He's like, and
And the only way I can do that is by asking questions.
well, no, like I feel like I'm trying to describe it, and sometimes, like, I mean, it feels like an interrogation. Cha-chong.
well, everything I do comes across like I'm criticizing you, so I feel at a loss. And meanwhile, Lindsay's also like doing her hair, and like her rage is coming through her hands because she's like pulling her hair back so tight, like it's fucking great.
Well, I feel pretty excited about something, and I understand where you're coming from, but like, I'm just hoping for a little more. Yeah, that's awesome. Like, I'm here to help you in any way I can. Like, let's just have a good party and move on.
Yeah, that's awesome, but like I'm here to help you any way I can, and like yeah, let's just like have a party and move on.
Yeah, she's sarcastic.
Oh yeah, she's saying it just like that.
Awesome.
Let's just have a party and move on.
And he's like, oh, that was really genuine. Oh. She goes,
Listen, if you haven't come to a decision and you're saying you still have a lot that you want to talk about, you know,
and he's like, well, I need to think about what we talked about. Not that I can remember any of it, because all my notes are just blurry, blurry, blurry.
Oh my God. So she's like, oh my God, what am I supposed to be excited about? You've done nothing. Which, is annoying. It's annoying listening to the same thing over and over, but like it gets annoying him not doing anything. This couple just needs to break up. Like,
yeah.
it's
Listen,
just
and
over.
Lindsay's not like totally innocent here. Like her line of
No.
questioning is tinged with like a lot of judgment, and that can be like very uncomfortable. Like if you're scared of someone
You're
and they
40.
come in, like that's a lot, But
But
yeah,
you're 40.
Carl's 40.
And you can't be like, I'm so scared of everything. And
So-
Carl,
and
I
he-
still feel like Carl knows what he's doing, and all he has to do is be direct and do what you said, which is, babe, it was a first meeting. We'll figure out the rest later. It's a party weekend. I'm not worried
And
about
I think that
it.
she
We
would
have a
actually
general.
like that. I think she would like
She'd be
that
like,
sort
okay,
of
but he's doing it. He's answering in a way that's like
some little
pissing
bit of
her
truth,
off.
and like
Yeah.
it's like he's sort of demurring, and like it's like giving a little bit, and then she's like, well, is this the full story? So I've got to ask another question to find out what he really means, instead of just giving like a straightforward like, this is what it was.
And when she says, remember in the car when you said you would clarify? That means they had the conversation where she's like, okay, you're going into this meeting. What are you going to do? You're going to ask how much equity you're going to get. You're going to ask exactly if there's a cap on this thing. You're going to ask this. You're going to ask this. So now she's going over it with him, and it sounds like she's like ripping him apart, but she's going over all the questions they've already gone over in the car, and he didn't do any of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what the fuck, bro? So she's like, this is exhausting. And I think I heard America say, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Wrap it up.
So now the party is starting, and people are arriving, and it's like fun and lots of like like silliness. Sierra's manager Derek shows up. My friend reminded me that if Derek looks familiar, that's because he was on the A-List New York. So there's something for anyone who remembers that. You remember that show?
I remember it was on.
Yeah, it's bad. So people are coming. A lot of
The
West
only one I
friends.
remember is like Versace's boyfriend.
Well, there was. Oh yeah.
Was it Versace's boyfriend?
Was it Bruno?
No,
Not
Versace
Bruno.
died a long time ago.
Andrew. Yeah, Andrew Cunanan was on it.
That's the serial killer.
No,
was on it.
Riken was on it, and then Riken had his boyfriend, who's like the Brazilian guy.
It was the designer's boyfriend, remember? And he's like, he told me I could do whatever I wanted as long as I didn't do it in his home. And he caught me doing it in his home. And then he got rid of him. He was like the little hot one.
Yeah.
And he was like the nightmare who was throwing drinks on everybody. And he was just a mess.
That show is a mess. So everyone is like, it's just like party times. Everyone's doing silly things, little vignettes. So West goes up to Sierra at one point, and he's like introducing her to friends and everything, and he's basically like, he tells us a whole spiel that like, like Sierra and I do like each other, but like we met in this house, and like that's like all we know is this house, and like I feel like we have to like intertwine in each other's lives, like see how our friends get along, and that like, no, if you like someone, you like someone, and like it's a nice bonus if they get along with your friends. But
Well, I
like
just
you
don't
can't use that.
understand the whole jump to marriage. I don't understand why it seems like either we're fucking and not dating at all, or we're married.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. I just don't see how they're looking at it, But I get what she's saying, like just kind of not going into hookup culture, which I'm totally down with. I think that that's great. It's like refreshing to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand what the confusion is. If you're not into that, and then just stop flirting with her and stop taking her on horse dates.
Yeah.
And saying you want her to meet your parents, you fucking weirdo. So yeah, I don't trust him in his baby voice. I say it every week. Just had to say it this week because I know that I'm correct.
Yeah.
So then we go to Paige.
The girls are watching.
Yes, and Gabby I think calls it. She's like,
Their first fight is going to be because he's so fucking social.
and that's true. I think
Yeah,
so
and
too.
Paige is like,
Yeah, West is like so social. Like he's as social as Amanda is sad. That was fun for me. That joke. Wait, let me try it again. West is as social as Craig is just like stupid. God, 2 for 2.
Yeah. And being social is not a bad thing, but
Yeah.
that's too much. It's like everybody's your best friend except you. He's everyone's best friend except yours. Oh, and yet I'm alone with the most social man in the world. Okay, so West is now introducing her to more friends and all that stuff.
And
then
Danielle and Joe, the balloon guy, are flirting. Here Joe's like, yo, your lips are so soft. And she goes, yeah, well, the only thing, I guess, not hardened by the apocalypse, that's a reference to your dick.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. You could twist this thing into the Elephant Man right now, huh?
Oh.
Hey, Toots. Thanks for calling me, Toots.
Then Wes touches Paige's boobs. And then Lindsay's inside. She starts pouring herself some booze in that kind of like sitcom way where she like pours like a lot and gives like a face like, I'm gonna need this. And Sierra's like, are you okay? She's like, it's just the same fucking like thing. I mean, it's just like symbol communication, like symbol conversations that seem to be so hard for Carl. And it's like, I can't even ask you the questions about this. Like the next step in your career, like what can I ask you questions about?
and Sierra's just giving that look like, I came to the kitchen because I hate my life, not to also hate your life. Can I just hate one life at a time, please?
She's
Thanks.
like, do you feel like Carl is ready to get married? And this is my way of saying, you guys aren't going to get married, right?
Yeah. She goes, yeah. And Lindsay's like, I think he's ready to get married. I just don't think he's ready to be an adult.
So then, are you ready to get married then,
He's
Lindsay?
he's ready to get married and be a stay-at-home dad and have you do the rest of the stuff. And by stay-at-home dad, I mean he's going to stay at home and also expects you to pay for a nanny because he ain't doing that shit all day.
Now, this is where I'm like critical of Lindsay, where it's like, Lindsay, you are now acknowledging that Carl is not ready to be an adult. So why are you going down this path?
But she knows that's the thing that's so frustrating. She's just settling. She knows that she's settling.
I know,
You know,
she knows.
she's like basically coming over on the Mayflower. She's like, I'm settling. I'm gonna make the best of it. I've got some poison blankets in my bag, and we're just gonna make this happen.
Could this go wrong? Perhaps. Could we all get sick? Yes. Could some of us wind up being accused of witchery? I don't know. I guess perhaps. But like, we're
I'm
just gonna
40.
But
I'm
40.
settling.
I need to be in Massachusetts right now.
Put some turkey feathers on this baby head. Okay, we're having it. I don't care what happens. But yeah, she's full on settling, and it's not going to work.
Yeah. So Lindsay's like, yeah, I mean, like, do you want me in the role where I'm like not an advice giver? Because I don't give my opinion and I don't ask questions, because to me, that's like a stepper wife. And like, you better make a fucking lot of money to support this ass if you want me to be mute in this relationship. That shit is not me.
And Sierra's like, okay, let's go to the party. This has been fun. It's like, maybe I should go like talk to Carl and be like, dude, I'm gonna try to like have yet another conversation. Please don't. No one needs you to have another conversation with Carl right now. Please just stop. Your conversation right now needs to be, you didn't take my suitcase home. You've never respected me. You never will. I'm leaving you. You fucking man-child. Good luck ever getting those white pants cleaned again. Have fun living with your mother for the rest of your life. Tell Sharon hi.
So Lindsay walks up to Carl outside. He's like, oh, hey, can I introduce you to some people? This is Claire, and this is Fiona. We call her Fi, so I guess it's almost like I've got Claire and Fi. Claire and Fi? I guess I kind of did it already, huh, Lindsay? I guess...
Was it Claire?
Why are you asking him so many questions? I told you.
I'm pretty sure it's
I told you.
Claire. Like, I could clarify it with her if you want.
Yeah, I like it. My name's Stephanie. Carl!
Hey, Equity, could you come here? Look, I just asked for Equity. So,
Lindsay, I just like want your support. Be like, that's exciting. You made friends. Like, I know this is hard for you, and like,
You don't even know their names.
but I could find out their names. I mean, I don't know. Did you find out their names? Yeah, I did.
Hey,
I did.
Carl, would you like a drink?
does it have a cap on it? Look, Lindsay, I did it.
So Kyle's talking to Amanda and Paige, and he's like, I talked to Carl. And they're like, about what, Kyle? He's like,
I presented a very flexible arrangement where he gets multiple rev shares, and like, oh my God, Amanda's kissing me. I got a boner. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
I just feel like the easiest way to get him back involved and give him something that he's like excited to pursue. And I just feel like Lindsay's just like trying to literally shoot everything down. I'm like, see,
This is what you guys do.
Yeah.
This is what you guys fucking do. You tag team them. You tag team these girls.
Lindsay's literally not shooting anything down. What she's shooting down is the idea that Carl may be going into an arrangement with not all the information and not with like the best not parody, but like he's not going in, he's just sort of running into it without doing his research, making sure he's in his best possible position, and that's frustrating to her. And especially if he's going back to a company where he had a lot of trouble. So it's not that Lindsay's just shooting down ideas because she has a vision for Carl, like I want you to take this job. It's because Carl is coming to her with like half answers and unclear ideas of what it's gonna be. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like don't rush into this. Like put some thought into it.
So Paige is like,
Yeah, we've all been supportive of both sides, and I think that they're gonna get married, but I don't think they should. It's like Old Navy. It's there, but why?
Hold on. I'm getting a voice memo from Ariana. This is weird. Hey, let's listen.
You in danger, girl.
you in danger, girl.
Wow, that was so nice of Ariana to quote Ghost like that.
So Lindsay sits Carl down again and is like, Carl, I don't want to do what we normally do, which is fine, but I just want to say, like, I'm just asking you to clarify things because you don't clarify things, and why don't you clarify things? And I'm just, like, trying to ask questions, and I'm like, and then you're mad at me because I'm interrogating you, and I'm like, what?
But that was even a question.
Which one?
You ended it in an interrogating question. You said, what?
It's no. It's like I feel like in that moment, it's like the question after question to me when I'm just like trying to share with you. And it felt like a little interrogative. And like a big thing.
Is that a word, interrogative?
It's a lot of questions, Ronnie. So like a big thing.
That's interrogative.
That's like a lot. So it's like if you're gonna ask that, like I just need more softness to it. Like a big thing that I'm hoping for and needing in this relationship is like sometimes for you to be less inquisitive and questioning, but like more like softness and like tenderness. That's what I want. Yeah.
You know what? Basically, I'm looking for you what I'm looking for from a chicken nugget. Softness and tenderness and a little bit of honey mustard. That's all.
But like, why do I need to be soft and tender?
It's like because like it's like something I'm asking in this particular thing, like which is like a career choice and like figuring out like if this is the right thing, and like I'm asking for like some sensitivity given what has happened with my history with Kyle and his business. Can you understand that?
Yeah, but that's why she's asking questions, given the sensitivity of the past of what's happened between you and Kyle and the business. So I'm glad you acknowledged that, because that clusterfuck is why she's asking you questions.
And she's like, yeah, that's why I'm asking you questions. Yeah, but okay. It's like,
but you like know, by the way, you know I ran my own PR firm. So like, you do know that, right? It's like,
oh, yeah, trust me. You tell me all the time. You know.
Yeah, it's called PR. She's reminding you all the time. So he's like, but Lindsay, I don't need you to tell me about yourself when I'm asking about me. But again, you're an offensive.
She's like, Carl, like you offend me continuously, maybe like 50 times over the last week, and say that I need to be softer. I need to be softer. That is offensive.
Well, I'm sorry that you find the word to be offensive.
I love that Lindsay is now like, that's abuse. She's like, that's bullying. You want me to be... You're saying I need to be softer? That's bullying. How dare you?
Because I think she's taking it like you're being a bitch. And she's probably like...
That's what he's saying. And she's like, that's so fucking offensive. And all like, you know that I'm not like that. It's just funny to hear it come out that way. Like, and I need to be soft? That is offensive.
It's like, and he's like, well, I just think that you said like a lot of offensive things to me too. But I'm not going to hold that against you. I'm like, you literally held everything
that
you're doing against you.
That's literally what you're doing right now, sir. And she's like, I'm not going to go tit for tat, Carl.
By the way, you literally went to your mom and stepdad to complain about the things that Lindsay said about you. And now you're going to say, oh, I don't hold it against you.
Yeah, but Sharon does. And so does my stepdad. They're the bad guys, not me.
Yeah.
So she's like, my intention wasn't to fight with you again. He's like, oh, this isn't fighting. This is a conversation. She's like, well, it is fighting. And he's like, oh, you're making it a fight because you just can't understand that I have feelings in this relationship too, and I have needs too, and it's not all about you. Softness and tenderness.
There are like no feelings in regards to this.
He's like, oh, so can you just like put your sword down for a second? Can you put your sword down? Like I know that was like just put it down.
Stop offending me, Carl.
Oh, stop offending me.
I'm not.
Oh, I'm not fighting you. This is not a fight, even though I'm just repeating what you said and turning it against you in return. Oh,
he
it's
just
not a fight.
Cannot get a job. Like, this whole thing is he's turning it into everything else other than getting a job. It's like, you hurt my feelings, but my feelings are hurt, but I just need someone who's soft, but I just need someone who's tender. Get out of your bed and get a fucking job, okay?
But I'm just asking questions to help you think deeper about what your next steps are in your career, and which is like what a fucking partner does.
He's like, and I appreciate that. And by appreciate that, I mean I don't appreciate that whatsoever. And yeah, a fucking partner also gives hugs and says, hey babe, I know there's a lot for you. Great. Like, what is a lot? What is the lot for? Is the asking basic questions about what your job is going to entail? Like, this is like a lot for me right now, so just like give me like a moment.
You made an agreement at the beginning of the summer that you would take the summer, and by the end of this summer, you would have a business plan. That was your agreement. You said it yourself on the show. It is now the end of the summer, Carl. It's literally the apocalypse party, and now you're avoiding that by telling someone they're mean to you and they don't give you enough love. All because you've not come up with one fucking plan. And the only thing you have is what Kyle just handed you on a silver platter, and you didn't even take the fucking time to memorize that, you fucking loser.
What he's really mad about is not that she's not being quote unquote soft and tender. He's mad that she sees through his pantomime of a job search right now.
Yeah.
That's what he's really, because he doesn't want to do it. He's gonna go through the motions to make it seem like he's doing something. But he's not actually doing anything. It's like when people on below deck pretend like they're working and they like move
We
really
all
quickly.
know that person.
Yeah.
Like when you wait tables, there's always the person who gets the job and they just walk circles around the restaurant. They never do anything. They might even hold a pitcher, but they never fill any
They never
glasses.
actually do
They
anything.
never- They just walk back and forth.
So he says, he basically is like, I just like, I want like some acknowledge, like this is really hard and everything. And she's basically like, why do I have to hug you for having a conversation?
Yeah. And also, this is business you're talking about. It's not your fucking feelings,
And it's going to get a lot harder once you actually start your job. Which is what we said last week, which is like, if you think this is hard, if you think this is tough, if you think Lindsay's lack of support is tough, you think that these negotiations over your salary is tough, wait until you actually start a job, and then you'll see what tough interactions are.
So then then of course Kyle, who's doing the whole, oh my god, the woman is a terrorist, is riling everybody else up, being like, do I need to break this up? What's going on over there? Poor Carl. Yes, it's fucking non-alc abuse. Okay,
Yeah.
It's non-alc seltzer.
Yeah.
It's buble beatings that are
So
happening over there.
Lindsay's like,
Shut
Do you
up.
not understand that like what you do and like the path that you choose like not only affects me but it affects our life at home? Do you not understand this? He's like, no, I know, and it affects our relationship and it affects like whatever.
So he finally gets pissed off, and he's like,
This is a lot, okay?
and she's like, it is a lot. He goes, it's a fucking lot.
Like, well, what is a lot? What is a lot? It's easy to say this is a lot, but what is a lot? That her asking like, why don't you have details on this, Carl? We've been waiting all summer long, but he just can't deal with
But
it.
when Carl gets mad, I mean, when that mask slips,
It's
it's
so
like
fun. I love when a mask slips on these shows.
it really
Someone works
does. I mean, his
hard
eyes are
to
like
create-
glazed and red. He just looks so evil every time. That's why I will never buy the Carl 5.0s. Or what are we on now? Carl, it's season 14, so this has got to be Carl 13.0. No, this is season 8. It's episode 14. I was like, season 14? I
Feels
almost
like
freaked
14
out. I was like, oh
seasons.
my god, speaking of crutches, get me one immediately.
There's been 14 seasons of sun damage, but it's actually only 8 seasons of show.
It's 40 years of aging on the face. But everybody, thank you. That was a rude way to end it. Sorry. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. London, we'll see you tonight. Dublin, we'll see you tomorrow. And Birmingham, we'll see you on Wednesday. The rest of you, we'll just see you every other
Monday.
damn day.
Yeah.
Okay? We sure love you guys. Go get our bonus episode. It is an airport snaps from the airport in Stockholm. It's super fun. And we'll try and do another one of those this weekend while we travel. And we love you guys. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Stroll in the park with Caitlin Clark.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels. Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas. She's never scary, it's the Green Fairy. Jamie, she has no last namey.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know your worth with Jason Kurth.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. We want to hang with Liz Lang. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
The Bay Area Betches, Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
We forever love Ava.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender. The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Give him hell, Miss Noel. Ring that bell for Rachel.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.
Hey Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
Peyton, it's happening. We're finally being recognized for being very online.
It's about damn time. I mean, it's hard work being this opinionated.
And correct.
You're such a Leo.
All the time.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a home for your worst opinions,
If you're a hater first and a lover of pop culture second,
then join me, Hunter Harris,
and me, Peyton Dix, the host of Wondery's newest podcast, Let Me Say This.
As beacons of truth and connoisseurs of mess, we are scouring the depths of the internet so you don't have to.
We're obviously talking about the biggest gossip and celebrity news.
Like, it's not a question of if Drake got his body done, but when.
You are so messy for that, but we will be giving you the B-sides. Don't you worry. The deep cuts, the niche, the obscure.
Like that one photo of Nicole Kidman after she finalized her divorce from Tom Cruise.
A mother to many. Follow Let Me Say This on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Listen to episodes everywhere on May 22nd, or you can listen ad-free by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app on Apple Podcasts.
It was the biggest scandal in pop music. The stars of Milli Vanilli, the Grammy-winning multi-platinum R&B phenomenon, were exposed as frauds. But none of this was their idea. So whose idea was it? Enter German music producer Frank Farian. He saw the success of acts like Michael Jackson and Prince, and he wanted in, no matter the cost. So he devised the perfect pop heist. Two once-in-a-lifetime talents who were charismatic, full of sex appeal, and phenomenal dancers. The only problem? They couldn't sing. But Frank knew just how to fix that. Wondery's new podcast, Blame It on the Fame, dives into one of pop music's greatest controversies and takes a never-before-heard look at the exploitation of two young Black artists. Milli Vanilli set the world on fire, but when the truth came out, Rob and Fab were the only ones who got burned. Looking back now, it's hard not to wonder, why did everyone blame them and not the man pulling the strings? Follow Blame It on the Fame, Milli Vanilli, on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can binge all episodes of Blame It on the Fame early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus.